Welcome to my channel. I'm going to do a short little video just as practice to test the waters. There's a lot of things that interest me and most of them are mysteries. And no better one to start with than the infamous case of D.B Cooper. It was November 24th in 1971. A man identifying himself as Dan Cooper purchased a one-way ticket to Seattle out of Portland International Airport. Cooper boarded the aircraft, a Boeing 727. While the flight was waiting to take off, he ordered a drink, a bourbon and soda. Flight 305, approximately one-third full, departed Portland on schedule at 2:50 p.m. Shortly after takeoff, flight attendant Florence Schaffner was taking drink orders when Cooper called her over to his seat. Schaffner described him as well-mannered and well-spoken. Amidst exchanging pleasantries, Cooper discreetly handed a note to Miss Schaffner. Being a flight attendant for quite a while, she assumed that Mr. Cooper's note was a poor attempt to get her phone number and dropped it unopened into her purse. As she walked away, Cooper revealed the true purpose of the note, whispering, "Miss, you better look at that note. I have a bomb." Cooper's words sent a chill down Miss Schaffner's spine. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, Schaffner took the note out of her purse and examined it closely. The note was printed in neat all-capital letters. Its exact wording is unknown to this day. According to the flight attendant, the note said that there was a bomb in his briefcase. After she read the note, Cooper told her to sit beside him. Cooper opened his briefcase, verifying the contents as well as the validity of his note. She saw what looked like 8 sticks of dynamite wired to a large cylindrical battery. After closing the briefcase, Cooper stated his demands: 4 parachutes, a fuel truck standing by in the Seattle airport to refuel the aircraft upon arrival, and $200,000 in what he called negotiable American currency. After this short conversation, Schaffner left to convey Cooper's instructions to the pilots in the cockpit. After returning, Cooper was wearing dark sunglasses. The pilot of the aircraft, William A. Scott, immediately contacted Seattle-Tacoma Airport Traffic Control, which in turn contacted Donald Nyrop, the president of Northwest Orient Airlines. He authorized payment of the ransom and ordered all employees to cooperate fully with the hijackers' demands and to tell the passengers on board that minor mechanical difficulties would delay their landing. The aircraft circled the Puget Sound for approximately 2 hours while Seattle police and the FBI assembled Cooper's demands and made preparations for his landing. During the 2-hour time frame in which the plane was circling the Puget Sound, Cooper ordered a second bourbon and soda. Flight attendants later told investigators during this time that he wasn't nervous and he seemed rather nice. He was never cruel or nasty. He was thoughtful and calm the entire flight. He even paid his drink tab and attempted to leave a tip. He even went so far as to offer to request meals for the flight during the stop in Seattle. Meanwhile, on the ground, FBI agents assembled 10,000 unmarked $20 bills and made microfilm photographs of each of them. The FBI offered Cooper military-issue parachutes, which he strongly declined, demanding instead for civilian parachutes with manually operated ripcords. The Seattle police obtained them from local skydiving schools. At 5:24 p.m., Cooper was informed that his demands have been met. At 5:39 p.m., the aircraft officially landed in Seattle-Tacoma Airport. Upon landing, Cooper instructed the pilots to park the plane in an isolated section of the apron and had the crew close all the window shades in the cabin to defend against law enforcement sharpshooters. Northwest Orient Seattle operation manager Al Lee delivered the cash-filled knapsack and parachutes to the flight attendants. Once the delivery was complete, Cooper ordered all passengers and flight attendants to exit the aircraft. During the refueling process, Cooper requested that the pilots fly at a speed of approximately 100 knots at a maximum of 10,000-foot altitude toward Mexico. He further specified that the landing gear remain deployed during the flight and that the wing flaps be lowered to 15 degrees and the cabin remain unpressurized. The co-pilot informed Cooper that if they flew with these configurations, that a second refueling would be necessary before entering Mexico. Cooper and the crew further discussed options and agreed on Reno, Nevada as the refueling stop. However, Northwest's home office objected in flying with these configurations, arguing that it would be unsafe. Cooper countered that it would be safe, but he would not make a big deal about it, and he would lower it once they were in the air. At approximately 7:40 p.m., the Boeing 727 took off with only 5 people on board. After takeoff, Cooper told the remaining flight attendant to join the rest of the crew in the cockpit, with the door closed. At approximately 8 p.m., a warning light flashed in the cockpit indicating that the aft staircase has been opened. The crew soon noticed a change in air pressure in the cabin. At approximately 8:13 p.m., the crew felt a slight and sudden shift in the aircraft's rear section. At approximately 10:15 p.m., the aircraft landed in Reno Airport. FBI agents, state troopers, and sheriff deputies surrounded the plane. They searched the 737 and discovered that Cooper was no longer on the plane. No one has seen Cooper since, and only a small amount of the money has ever been found. I hope you guys enjoyed my first video. There's not much out there on this case, and I'm mostly doing this just for practice, but I just wanted to see how this turned out, and it might have been a little rushed, but I'd enjoy a like or subscribe if you guys can do it, because I do want to do this, and I can definitely refine my skills. Well, everyone have a good day, and hopefully you find videos better than mine. Peace.